Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, you read the title right. I quit. Now, I'm going to tell you all about it in a minute, but before I do, let me just show you my clean space right now. This is what I did for me today. It smells so good in here. I have a candle that I think I got it. Yeah, I won it at the pajama party. This winter candy apple from Bath and Body Works. Y'all, this smells so good in here. This whole room just smells like sweet candy. So let me show you what I did for me today, just so I can pep myself up. Hold on a minute. So as you can see, I made sure that my space was nice and clean. And again, I'm going to show you this candle that I got lit over here. But everything is nice and clean. I even rotated my mattress so I can make sure that I'm more comfortable in my bed when I lay down. So everything is nice and clean. And let me tell y'all a little about this door. This door reminds me, it gives me nostalgia because it reminds me of the door that we had in the house that I grew up in on Cabiny. And on this channel, I've showed you where that house was. It's no longer up. They tore that house down many years ago. But this is the kind of door, these sliding doors that was in that house on Cabiny. And when I came here and saw this door, that was another thing that was like, oh, they got one of those sliding doors. Now, what I'm going to do for this door is I'm going to get some Murphy oil soap because I've already washed it, but it's still not shining the way I want it to shine. And it's not as clean as I want it to be. So I'm going to get some Murphy oil soap, clean it really, really good, and then I'm going to polish it with some wood furniture polish. And so it's going to really look good when I finish. But that door is a door that I love. So everything is clean, even in that spot that's empty over there. Everything is clean. End tables, everything is clean. And I always keep this on my bed because, hey, you have a scratch, you have to scratch your back and you can't get where it's at. Well, this little baby will get all of it. And then I always keep me a box of Kleenex on my bed, always. And then I have my glasses and my remote control. So everything is just perfect for me to relax and have a comfortable evening. Oh, let me show you this. I'm going to put this back on this tripod, but let me show you this. I don't know if y'all can see that it's lit, but this is a candle. Winter candy apple. Baby, it smells so good in here. It smells so good in here. And of course, I got my water. And so let me give you a story time. Okay, let me turn this camera around. So in addition to me keeping my home, my space, my environment clean, I also make sure that I keep my body clean. And every day when I take my shower, whether I'm depressed, sad, stressed, happy, I always put perfume on too. And that's another thing. You smelling good, you feeling clean, good. All of that stuff is good for this, okay? So having said all that, I don't know if I gave you too much information, but anyway, it's important not only to clean your space, it's also important to clean your body, okay? So I quit Monday. Now, you know that I don't work Monday and Friday. I wasn't working Monday and Friday anymore. She cut those hours so she can keep her some money in her pocket. So again, I won't say the company name. That's not necessary. But now I'm going to tell you a little more. When I started this job, what I didn't know was so many things, like that this was not a company that didn't have a HR department, a payroll department. This wasn't this type of company. I didn't know that. This was a woman deciding to open her business, go into business for herself. She's an LLC, okay? She went into business, and for almost 3 years later, fast forward to 3 years later, she still didn't have not one client. She didn't put that, none of that is on Indeed. And see, here's the thing about Indeed too. Indeed will generate just a basic, if you tell them what kind of company you are, they will just generate a basic ad for you. So you don't even have to figure out like how can I make an ad? What do I say? Indeed does it for you. Now I really do. I love Indeed. Indeed will do it for you. You just only thing you have to do is put in, like fill in the dots. Put your company's name in there. Put how much your salary that you're gonna pay. They do all of that for you. So if you're when you're on Indeed and you're seeing this ad, it's a professional looking ad. Okay, so and then they also can do the assessments. That's per Indeed. All of that is very professional. So I had no way of knowing how very unprofessional this place was until I actually got in there. And then I'm thinking, well, okay, maybe I can help her. Maybe I can help her, because she didn't have any business savvy at all. So I'm thinking, I've been doing this stuff for years. I've been in corporations. I won't even say the names of different corporations, but I've been in some working for years for some of these corporations. That's why it's such a hard pill for me to swallow. Like, what's going on? Why are you not? They throwing you away now. But anyway, so when I looked at the ad, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is a professional ad. But getting in there, the first thing that she asked me to do, y'all ain't gonna believe this. My kids and my friends and family couldn't believe it either. When you start a job, you know how they give you employee handbook. So they tell you all the rules and all the things that, okay. In business for almost 3 years now. Didn't have one client, and that's another thing. She tricked me on that too, because she acted like she had so many clients, and she also acted like she had employees. She had none. I was her first employee in almost 3 years, and she didn't have any clients. So I'm like, okay, finding that out. And then, wait a minute, y'all. Let me think about this. I'm still not saying the name. So the first thing that she said, my first duty from her was, could you please make me a employee handbook? You don't have an employee handbook? No. I said, oh. So I'm mulling this over like she's supposed to be giving me a copy of the employee handbook, and she don't even have no employee handbook. She tells me to make it. And so I'm like, by making it, what do you mean by making it? Make you some copies of what do you mean? She said, no, like go online and try to find like what you're supposed to put in the employee handbook and what. Well, I said it's gonna be different from company to company. So do you have an outline? Nothing. So I'm trying to be professional, but at the same time, I want to say, girl, what kind of ghetto mess is this? Okay. Her second duty that she wanted me to complete, y'all, I'm not making this up. My family didn't know now. She said, could you make me a website? She asked me, can I make her a website? Girl, I'm not no web designer. You have to pay somebody to do that if that's not in your skill. Some people that I know, they started their own little side business, and they paid somebody to pay the company to put a website together. But some people, they also, like I know people that worked in IT departments, so that was their IT, IS, information system, information technology. They know all about computers and stuff, so they know how to put a website. You got to put the domain and all that kind of stuff. They know that. But if you are not skilled in that, like have gone to school to know how to do all, you can't just tell anybody to just make you a website. And she said, and on the website, I had to stop and said, no, I can't make you a website. You have to pay a company. I said, you don't have a website? I said, okay, so she said no. So I started asking her question. So how do people know how do you advertise? And she said, for word of mouth, I advertise. I said, oh, okay. So if somebody, say for instance, you said, well, come, join my company. How would they get in touch with you? How would they see what you have to offer? How would they, see what you are all about? She said, that's why I'm asking you to make me a website. Y'all, this video would be too long, but if you, okay, let me tell you another thing. So another thing, she said, Miss Williams, I need you to call around, and then I don't, like I said, I don't want to tell you what kind of company it was, but call around all these different places and introduce the company and make some appointments that we could come in to introduce ourselves. And she said, now this is for me to do. She said, and then when you get them, maybe we can come in and we can tell them what we offer. So I'm like, oh, I could call around, again, she don't have no website. Look, she don't have no website. She don't even have a email address that says so that with her company name on her. When I said, so what is your email address? So if they want to reach out to us, if they are interested, and when we go to this place, what's your email address? She said, blah, blah, blah at yahoo.com. You cannot do that. This is you at yahoo.com. And that's another reason that Indeed said, you out of here. She had, a regular business telephone number. It was herself. It just was so much. It just was so ghetto. That's the only thing I can say. So she said, so I did call around. And again, if I'm pausing, y'all, I'm like I said, I just don't want to say too much, because I could blast her. I could be on my platform and absolutely blast her, but that is not what I want to do. See, that is not me. So I called around to the different places. I got so many leads. Okay, still she don't have one client, but I got so many leads. And this one lady that in particular that I talked to, she said, I would love for you all to come, and she told me the time. And she said we'll have everybody down there. She said that'll be wonderful. They'll love that. And so I told my boss, this is the time that is set up for you to come. And she said, no, you the one, you talk so well. So you do all the talking. You do all the you do the presentation. No, first of all, you ain't paying me nothing but some pennies. She just kept on trying to get so much for little of nothing. And I said, no, you can do the presentation. And then she said, well, would you write me what to say? Write me up. I said, first I was thinking, I'm not writing you up nothing. I did all this calling, got all these plays. You do it. But I wrote her up a presentation. Now here's the thing. Now listen to this. I was going to do the presentation myself. I asked her, I said, now look, since we are going down to this particular place for this event, I'm not coming from the office to go down there and then have to go back. I'm just going to I'm gonna get everything ready, come to go from my house, go down to there. I'll give the presentation. She said, no. She wanted me to give the presentation, but I said, so that means I could be on the clock. I'm getting there. I can be on the clock and then all the way up to I'm doing the presentation, right? She said, no, you got to come in the office. And then when you come in the office, so basically I can be working for her behind the scene, putting gift basket and stuff together. I can be working for her behind the scene at home. But no. I'm not paying you for that. Only way I'm paying you got to come in the office. And then she said, I can do it. Y'all, it was just so crazy. The stuff that this woman was asking of me, it didn't make any sense. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is going to blow your mind. I don't even think it was a few days or 2 days after I had started there. She started telling me all these things that's happening. I mean, when I tell you the stuff that she has in her personal life, the it's horrible. It's just horrible. But she told me, she said, she had a little refrigerator in the office, and the office is right behind me. I mean, the refrigerator was right behind my desk. So she said, "Excuse me, with Miss Williams." She said, "I just want you to know that the day was almost over." She said, "I just want you to know." She said, "Every day I have to take me a drink." She said, I'm not making this up. She said, "Every day I have to take me a drink." She said, "Because I just need it to calm me down at the end of the day. It just relaxes me. So every day at the end of the day, and I keep my drink, in the refrigerator." She opened the refrigerator and got that drink out, alcohol, and just was tearing it up. And she did it anytime she was in the office. She had to have a drink. So of course, very quickly, I could discern that this woman also is an alcoholic. She even said that her friends and family said, "You drink too much, you have a problem. You're an alcoholic." But y'all, I said all that to say this. With this job, I told you all that my mother said, uh, she used to always tell us that anything beats a blank, right? She said, and beats when I say anything beats a blank, I've explained this on this channel, that anything beats nothing. So something beats nothing. Hence, that was my thinking too behind taking this job. It's a job. You've been looking for a job, until you can get a better one, take this job. Anything beats a blank. But then quickly, my mother realized when I was telling her everything that was going on, she said, "Lisa, I know that I said anything beats a blank, but this job is a blank." She said, "This job is nothing." It's because this is how we talked about this. We talked about this in length, me and my mother. As a matter of fact, we had a long conversation today, and she was so, "Thank you, Mama. I love you." She just encouraged me so. She encouraged me so much. Thank you, Rodina. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Victoria. They put in the comments, beautiful comments, when they, hear me talking about what's going on in my life. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Marge. I want you all to know I really appreciate you. Of course, Devin and Angel, my babies, they always got my back, and I thank you for that. So, and this at 7 o'clock this morning, I got at like 7 something this morning, I got a text message from one of my village, one of the members of my village, but also a dear friend, and it was just, I just appreciate it. Thank you so much, Doris. I don't even have the words. Tony, I don't have the words for you either, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But anyway, I said to myself, this job, we say accept the job, because it'll pay you something. You'll get paid something. But this job was paying me little and costing me everything. It was costing me too much. And when I say it was costing me too much, y'all, the stress. I had one night, I was in so much, I don't know if it was like I'm developing an ulcer. I really don't. I was talking to my daughter about it, and we was just looking at some of the symptoms. But you talking about excruciating pain from my lower abdomen all the way to my baby. I was in so much pain. I was in this room crying, praying and crying. I'm like, what did this stuff come on? I never experienced this. What did this stuff come on me all of a sudden? But I do know this, that once you are under extreme stress and pressure, all kind of stuff can start going wrong with your body. So after this last thing that happened, and we talked a little about me, every time payday come, every single time, not one paycheck that I received that I didn't have to fight for. I mean, fight and clawing. And I ain't saying that I'm actually fighting with my hand, but having to keep on calling her over and over again. She won't answer my call. She avoided me because she know it's payday and she don't have my money, And so instead of saying, I don't have no money, I can't pay you, she had me to keep working, doing all this stuff for her. I mean, really putting in some work for her. The job that I set up, let me go back to this. One of the events that I set it up for her. It could have been so many clients from this event. The lady was ready. She come calling me the day of the event. The day of the event. I don't know if it was the day of I think it was the day of the event. It was the day of the event. She come calling me because I was always in the office by myself. I was always doing all the work. She was at home. She would FaceTime me and she'd be in the bed just like, Miss Williams, I'm so sick. Miss Williams, we got pink eye. And then the next day, she said she going somewhere. I'm like, oh, I thought you and your babies had pink eye. We was just stressed. That's why our eyes was red. It's just all kind of crazy foolishness. But she come calling me the day of the event and say, I ain't gonna be able to come. Me and my kids are so sick. I don't know what's going on. So who was the only person the lady know, I'm her contact. I got a call. Then she didn't say, I'm gonna call him. She said, Miss Williams, call her and tell her we're gonna have to cancel and see can you reschedule again for sometime in January. Now I got to get on the phone and I done hype this lady up and the lady's so excited. She got all these people. Now I got to tell her. But I told her and I put sugar on it. I put some sugar on it. The lady said, no problem. We can revisit this. So this was in December. She said, we can revisit this in January. But the thing is, this lady in her foolishness, she was just, I couldn't take it no more. So this last check that I was supposed to be paid on Friday, and I kept calling and calling and calling. She wouldn't answer my call, texting. She didn't answer my text till finally, y'all, hours and hours later, finally she said, Miss Williams, I'm on the phone right now. I can't talk to you. I need you to be patient. This ain't cool. What? So what I did, I told her, today, you're going to pay me my money. I'm not going to get my money tomorrow. You're going to pay me my money. Y'all, I'm telling you, this lady had me so heated. So the reason I got my money is not through no regular paycheck, that hits my bank account. Like the other ones, she had to go through another, she had to hire some little payroll department company where they will make sure that they make sure when I clock in, that's there, and then they'll see how many hours I've clocked in for, and then they will send the check. But they get the money out of her account, so her account was linked to that. So if she don't have no money in that account, even though they documented that, see how many hours I made, whatever, when it's time for me to get paid, I still can't get paid because ain't no money in there. So it wasn't the company's fault. They was professional, doing everything they needed to be doing. It was hers. So and they also would take out all my taxes, federal, all the taxes, Social Security taxes, through them. So my last paycheck, she cashed apped it to me. So she said, and then here's your receipt. So for tax purposes, she cashed after to me because I told her, she told me, I'm trying to see if you come down to the office, Miss Williams, I can give you your money in cash. No, you're not. Then I ain't have no you're not giving me no money in cash. I said, look, y'all, it was all snow and stuff on the ground. I said, you're not giving me no money in cash. I said, now I need to get my money today because I have bills that's gonna be coming out of my account and you haven't gave me my check. I said, you can cash app it to me. She said, that's Miss Williams, better. That's even better. I will cash app it to you. I said, okay, then I'll be waiting for the cash app. 1 hour later, 2 hours later, almost 3 hours later. What? So and still not answering my phone call when I keep on trying to call her. She's still not answering. Because what she's doing, she's trying to get the money up. She's trying to go, I don't know how to say, rob Peter to pay Paul, ask for somebody to loan her something. She's trying to get the money up. So she said, I text her. I said, it has been almost 3 hours and their cash app that money have not hit my cash app yet. It does not take that long for no cash app. At this time, I'm so angry with her. It's so many things that I want to say that I can rightfully say to her. I want to say, you the ghetto. I want to say so many things to her. And then knowing her, how the word, the wretched life that she lived, I wanted to start talking about her. I did. I wanted to start talking about her. That's why but I still didn't go that route. But I said, you're going to give me my money. You give me my money. So finally, she cashed at it. And when she did, baby, you talking about calling herself, going off, and the email, the text message is full of, show you how illiterate she is. She going off. Now you going off on me, and I didn't do nothing. You are the one that's wrong, and I'm still trying to make sure that Lisa, that's not Christian. Don't say that. Don't say that. Just still tell her you want your money, and you call yourself going off on me. I said, I quit. I didn't even have no long conversation. I said, this job is not working out for me financially. It is not helping me at all. So I quit. Where do you want me to mail your badges? Because see, I could have mailed it to her down at where she was at, or mail it to her home. Where do you want me to mail your badge and the key? I had a badge and a key. That's another thing. Oh, baby, she got so smart. She told me, you're not going to mail me nothing. I put that badge and that key in your hand. You're going to put it back in my hand. I said, I will mail it downtown to your location, to your suite. You are not going to, she's just going on. I stopped even looking at the text message. It was so long, she was going off on me that I'm going to give her stuff, and I'm going to do it immediately, like she's threatening me. See, and this is another thing that kids about people. People like her, and she's not the only one. People like her, when they see someone, they see a person, they say, oh, she's so kind, or she's you can tell she's a Christian lady, or they don't never hear no profanity, no stuff like that, rotten things coming out of your mouth. Immediately, some people, not all people, some people take your kindness or that for like you like a coward, or they can do anything, they say anything to you, ain't gonna do nothing. So some people think like that. But as my late husband used to say, you don't know what my past was. You don't know what my temperament was that I have been working on and making sure that I put on a new personality. You don't know that, because the only thing you see is, oh, she always smiling and so happy, and she's never, well, it's going to be all right. And she just taking all this stuff off of me. I keep on doing all this stuff and she ain't said nothing. You just think that. But what you don't know is me and my sisters used to be fighting almost every day on the street. You don't know that people used to say, all those church girls, because that's what our maiden name was, those church girls. You don't know a lot, because that's what I put behind me. But people don't know that they can mess with somebody over and over and over again, and before you know it, you didn't came out of the bag on them. They're like, what? Now, I didn't come out of the bag on him, and I don't plan to come out of the bag. I plan to continue to do just what I've been doing for over 30-some years, ever since I became a Christian. But I'm saying sometimes, y'all, sometimes, y'all know, some people can make you want to go back. So with this lady, she kept doing that. And I said, Lisa, this job is not paying you nothing, but it's costing you a lot. It's time to walk. It's time to walk. So I am now jobless. Now, having said that, this weekend I am going to be I'm gonna get in that kitchen. I'm gonna bake some cakes. I'm gonna bake some pies. I'm baking some sweet potato pies. I'm baking some apple pies. I'm baking some cakes, bundt cakes and 2-layer cakes. And I'm waiting on, as a matter of fact, it should be here today. I'm waiting on, I ordered some plastic, disposable cake pans. Cake things. I'm going to have sliced cakes, and I'm have whole cakes, and I'm have sliced pies and whole pies. So I'll put it on my channel so you all can see the cakes. But I'll be selling these sliced cakes for $5, and then of course I'll let you know what I'll be selling the cakes, the whole cakes and whole pies. I think I'm going to take the apple pie and I'm going to cut it in slices, and I'm going to put them in individual slices. So I'm going to sell that like that. And I'm also going to do one sweet potato pie like that, sell it in slices, and then have the other ones whole. But so anyway, I until I, hey, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to do this, make me a little extra coins. And again, this weekend, I'll have a video, and I'll show you all of my delicious looking desserts. But I just kind of wanted to come in because I've been talking to you all about this job, and I've had a couple of videos about this job. So I just want to come in, be transparent with you, tell y'all I told her deuces, and I'm done with her. And I feel so relieved that I'm done with her. But on this, and that's why today I did what I did today. I had my pity party. I did. I got all my crowd. I was even crying on the phone with my friend, crying on the phone with my daughter, crying on the phone with my mama. I got all my crowd. Even Rodina, you didn't even know, but me and you texting back and forth. I'm crying while I was talking to you. So I'm okay, because I know that something is going to take place. Something is going to happen. I know that He's going to take care of me. He have not forgotten about me. He won't leave me. And I have to just remember, tell myself that. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking. Go back on Indeed. In the meantime, get in that kitchen. Do something. Make something happen. But don't worry and don't stress. So this evening, that's why I did everything that I did, because I'm about to just relax and just spend the rest of my evening to myself. When I say a brother not long ago, he gave a really spiritual talk, and the brother was talking about sometimes we go through things and we just need to be by ourselves. We need to be alone. He said, so that's what we call isolation. He said, now isolation is a wonderful place to visit, but it's a horrible place to live. I wrote that down because I'm like, that is so right. He said, isolation, just being by yourself, I just need some time. I need some downtime. It's a wonderful place to visit because we need it sometimes. We need to get into energy, to think, to just to figure out, just to relax our brain, and then to hear what we need to do next, to kind of like figure out what our next move is. But he said, but isolation is a horrible place to live. You cannot stay in the dumps. You cannot stay like, I don't want to talk to nobody. You can't stay there. You can't live there because it's not good for you. And so I always allow myself to have my pity party. I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to say, even I allow myself to, when I bow my head to God and say, I don't understand this. You know what I mean? I do this and do it. Why is this happening? I allow myself that too. But I can't, I refuse to stay in it too long, y'all. I refuse. What good is it doing for me? I'm going to be miserable. It's not changing my situation. So at least if I'm upbeat and happy and having a positive attitude, at least I'm making myself feel good physically, mentally, emotionally. And then I know that something's going to come. I'm going to be on this channel, And I'm going to be telling you all, something came. Now, I don't know when I'm going to do it, because I don't know when it's going to come. But I do know that it's going to come. And I also know this. All of this stuff that I'm telling you all about, you all have seen me on this channel, seen me go from one thing to another. I tell y'all this, my 50s, and I'm almost out of them. My 50s have been the horrible time of my life. And I really mean that. My 20s, 30s, 40s, okay. But my 50s have been the hardest decade of my life. My 50s is also the decade where my husband's life was taken. Not by him, but somebody else. I told you about that. And I won't even go into how horrible that whole situation was. Those were my 50s. My 50s was with these jobs. All of a sudden realizing, okay, what's going on? I put in for the application, coming back, I got the job. That's how it normally happens. No. Not so much when you're in your 50s. It's been so many things that's happened to me in my 50s, y'all. And I won't even talk about it. But believe me when I say my 50s have been the worst. I'm ready to get in 60s. I'm ready for something different. And all of these things that you've seen me, you all see me through, y'all gonna remember. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna remember when things start looking up, even on this channel, on YouTube, when things start looking up, y'all gonna remember, boy, I was with her. I was one of her subscribers when, I remember when this happened. And I remember when she went through this. And I remember when she talked about this. Y'all gonna remember it, and we're gonna be able to celebrate it together. Because as I mentioned before on this channel, the way that I'm going to be blessed by y'all, you know, it takes 1,000 subscribers in order to get monetized. I'm reaching for that 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 700. Once I get monetized, fully monetized on my channel, the way y'all gave to me, because you give to me because you subscribe to my channel. You give to me when you in them comments. You letting YouTube see, okay, put her stuff out, because people think of, they like this channel. This is what they, and you know, I always said I don't never take that. That's why I respond to every single one of your comments. Have you noticed that I have never not responded to any of my comments? I don't care how many of the comments are. If you comment on my channel, I'm responding to you, because that is, you're helping me. You're helping me to do that. You're helping me to get YouTube recognized by YouTube. You are helping my channel when you comment. When you view my videos, when you give me a thumbs up, you're helping me. So I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna respond to that comment. But more than that, once this channel is monetized, just like you all blessed me by helping me through this channel to get monetized, I'm gonna bless you. You watch. And for those ones who are my ride or dies, I won't forget about you. I won't. But we live in St. Louis, and St. Louis is a show me state. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to relax. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope you watched the whole thing. If you did not watch the whole thing and you skipped through, go back. Watch the whole video. But have a good day, and do it on purpose, y'all. Bye now.